Guys, Ben Hogan is back in a big way. They are making irons again after 17 years. Are they any good? Let's find out. We're gonna go back to my house. We're gonna hit in the sim. We're gonna get some numbers, and then we're gonna come back out here to the course. We're gonna hit on the range. I'm gonna talk about the turf interaction that this club has, and then we're gonna go out on the course and we're gonna hit a few approach shots to see how it performs under pressure. Let's go back and get some shots in the sim. We're gonna take a look at how beautiful these irons are and how great of a job Ben Hogan has done with these Legend irons. Let's take a closer look at what we've got.
So the Legend iron is actually Hogan's first hollow body foam filled iron head, with the look of a muscle back and the forgiveness of a player's iron. So what's that mean for the average golfer? Well, you hit the sweet spot and it's going to perform just like you want it to. You miss the sweet spot and you may not even notice. The high performance foam is injected at a specific mass and density of each club, and it improves the acoustics and the feel. The top line is surprisingly thin, and the V sole might be the game changer that makes this club go in your bag.
Now let's do some testing. We're gonna hit some balls here on the sim. We're gonna hit the 7 iron and we're gonna hit the 5 iron. Let's start with the 9 iron. So guys, I haven't even hit these myself. I want the first reaction I have to be on camera. So we're gonna hit the 9 iron. We're using a GC3 on GS Pro for our testing, and we're using a Srixon Z-Star Diamond, which is the golf ball that I use. Looking down at it, it looks really good. Not too much offset. Very nice top line. Sometimes you can get a really thick top line. I don't really like that. So very nice top line. Not too much offset, which is I like. Let's see what we got here. First shot with the 9 iron. Guys, I tell you what, that was solid. First swing, we got 149 yards carry, 157 total. Since it landed in the fairway, it's going to release quite a bit. Spin rate, we got 7,174. Let's hit a couple more here. It felt really good. Again, felt really good. Caught that one a little bit better. 152 carry. Again, right around 7,000 spin. 112 mile an hour ball speed. That's about what my 9 iron typically goes. I have about a 150, 155 on my 9 iron. Haven't missed the center of the club face yet. Man, that's so good. And look at that, just a tight little draw. That one I caught really well. 161, a little bit farther. 117. I'm getting a little bit more warmed up as we go as well. 117.9 ball speed. 6,800 spin. So that was a little lower spin. That's why it came out and went a little farther. It's a little low spin-wise for me. I mean, just on a rope. 161 again, that's 7,200 spin. 118.9 ball speed, 161 carry. I mean, seriously, I have not missed the center of the club face. And if I have, I can't tell, which is a huge bonus. That one felt a groove or two low. A little bit thin. Ball speed went down just a hair. 159 carry, 6,900 spin. Still a very good shot. That's what we call a good miss. Didn't catch it in the center, still came out. Ball flight was fairly the same. Let's hit a few more and let's switch to the 7 iron. That one felt a bit heavy. 111 as far as the ball speed. You can see didn't get the carry. That one felt like I hit just behind the ball. I mean, it's hard to beat when you're landing right there from 160 yards out. I feel like maybe my spin could be a little higher, but that could be a shaft thing. Very easily changed in the fitting process. So let's take a look at the 9 iron numbers real quick. We took 9 shots. Ball speed 114 and a half. Total carry 157, total distance 164. Spin, again, I feel like it could be a little bit higher. That could be changed again in the fitting process by swapping out some shafts. Side spin, again, just a slight draw. Only 4 yards off line, which is incredible. Peak height 105, that's a nice height for a 9-iron. Distance to pin 22 feet. That's probably better than tour average from 160 yards. Let's move on to the 7-iron. All right, so again, with the 7-iron, have not hit it. This is going to be my first reaction on camera. I've moved the green back to 186, which is about my average for my 7-iron. Again, feels really good. Love the top lines, not too thick, not too much offset. Let's see what we got with the 7-iron. Just smoked it. Not turning over as much. 190 carry. 200 total. 131 as far as ball speed. 5,500 spin. Again, that is low. That can be changed with some... I typically have a low spin as far as my iron, so that can be changed with the shaft, and that will make it kind of not go as far for me. I'm a little shallow rather than being steep on my descent, which causes the spin to go down. So that one's turning over. 191 carry. Might need to move the green back just a little bit. 129 ball speed. Yeah, 4,800 spin. That's really low. So take these yardage numbers with a grain of salt, because I would definitely switch out of this shaft and go into a higher spinning shaft, because right now it's just going to release a little bit too much when it hits the green. Let's move this green back just a little bit. Let's hit a couple more with the 7-iron. Tell you what, man, center of the club face feels really good. I mean, that was pure. 190 on the carry, right at it, landing on the green. Really good. Look at that ball flight. Ideal. I do play just a slight draw. I mean, again, on a rope. I absolutely love the ball flight. Let's hit a couple more and then we'll move on to the 5. That one felt a little heely. Just a little bit on the heel side. A little bit less distance, a little bit less ball speed. Still some pretty low spin. But tell you what, that's a great miss. Right down the pin. Again, similar ball flight, tight little draw. Right at the green. I would love to have that miss all day. That one's about a groove low. You can see didn't get the distance there. Felt like I pulled that one, yeah. Still really good, felt good. Let's take a look at the numbers. We got 9 shots just like we did with the 9-iron. 127.5 ball speed. Total carry right at 185 or 188. Total distance about 10 yards of release, and that's because of the low spin. All right, we don't want 10 yards of release. I would be switching into a higher spinning shaft. Side spin, again, just 9 yards off line. Peak height, a little bit higher than the 9-iron. And then distance to pin, 13 yards. Let's go into the 5-iron, and then we will jump right back out onto the range. All right, like the other two, I have not hit this. 5-iron usually goes 200 to 205 typically. Because we've had some low spin on these other ones, I'm expecting it to go just a little bit farther. Looking down at it, once again, very minimal offset that's noticeable. Very nice top line on the 5-iron. Felt like I might have pushed it just a hair. Didn't turn over quite as much. 202 carry. 4,100 spin, 132 ball speed. Not a bad miss. Just didn't have the club face as closed as I typically do at impact, which keeps it straight instead of that slight draw. That one felt like I overdid it. 5-iron's not an easy club to hit, even for a lower handicap. Still, not a terrible miss. Let's see if we can straighten this thing out. That was much better. Still going a little left, which is typically my miss with the 5-iron. Still 208 carry. Still 3,800 spin. It's just going so far. A little bit better there as far as ball flight. 203 carry. 4,000 spin. It's a little better. 133 ball speed. Again, feeling really good when I hit the center. Left that one a little bit open. All right, let's take a look at the numbers. 133 ball speed, total carry 206. Again, that's a little bit farther than my typical club. A lot of release due to the low spin. Side spin not too far off line. Peak height a little bit lower. Obviously, we got a 5-iron and 15 yards to the pin, which is about 45 feet. Not too bad with the 5-iron. That completes the testing here in the bay. Let's take it out on the range, and I'm going to tell you how this sole feels getting through the ground and how that turf interaction feels when I hit the shot. Guys, we're back out on the range. We're going to hit a few shots with the 9, the 7, and the 5-iron, and then I'm going to talk to you about the turf interaction. I'm going to talk to you how the club feels getting through the ground. Let's go hit some. Guys, I'll tell you what, that angled sole is nice. It gets through so nicely on the ground. That turf interaction is just seamless. Very impressed with that angled sole. Very similar to the Shrixon. A little bit firmer ground out here in Texas. That angled sole really seems to help out. Let's take it out on the course. Let's hit a few approach shots and see how it performs. All right, guys, we're out on the course. I'm gonna hit the 7-iron real quick, see how it performs under pressure, trying to hit a green. We got about 175 yards, a little back into the wind. Let's see how close we can get to this hole. It's right at it if it's got enough. Let's see. Just left of the flagstick. Love that turf interaction. I will lift you up here and zoom in. As you can see, just left of the flagstick there with the 7-iron. Let's hit one with the 9-iron and the 5-iron. All right, guys, we got the 9-iron. About 145 yards, which is normally be about a pitch and wedge, but we're a little back into the wind. Let's see how the 9-iron can perform on the approach here. Foot slipped a little, but it's right at it. Would take that all day. Let's zoom in on it. Whew. It's a pretty good shot there. 9-iron performed well. All right, guys, got 195 yards in this par 5. Trying to hit the green in 2. Let's see if this 5-iron can perform. Keep drawing. Hit it really well. Stayed out just a bit right. Not my best. Let's go find it. So guys, this is where I ended up. Really good miss. Just right of the hole. Pin high. Should be an easy up and down for birdie. Guys, that's going to do it for the testing here out on the course and the entire testing and review of the new Ben Hogan Legend irons. Beautiful, beautiful club. Absolutely love the way they feel coming off. You hit that center of that club face and it is buttery soft. The turf interaction with that angled sole is perfect. It's very, very good. I highly suggest you check them out. Get fitted, find you a good set, and game them because they are really good. The comeback is real. After 17 years, Ben Hogan is back. Let me know what you think in the comments. Be sure to drop a like on this one, and be sure to hit that subscribe because it really helps me out a lot, helps me out getting these reviews done. I truly, truly appreciate your support. We'll catch you next time.